as like my notification tone one time.
Blackwing. I said, here we go. That means the show is starting now. Oh man, you messed up the intro. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, everybody. We're gonna stop the stream. We're gonna completely redo. No, we're gonna
I'm
redo it all.
back.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Retro Sentai wrap up. We're back. The show here on the Illuminerdi, where we discuss some of the older episodes of Super Sentai. We started with Chojin Sentai Jetman, and now we are moving forth into Kyōryū Sentai Zyuranger. I am one of your hosts, Bryce West, a writer and editor for the Illuminerdi.com, and these are our other hosts.
What up, guys? It's Blackwing. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back. Just before I even just catch up on things, I just want to say thanks to Corey for taking my spot during the Dragon Ranger episodes. Thank you very much, Corey, you MMPR fanboy / purist.
Yeah. Oh man, what a guy.
What a guy.
I will say this: we did have some pretty funny moments. I don't know if you watched, but oh my god, the Lamy and Gryffosaur thing. Whenever his first words, oh my god, that was so funny. But
when Gryffosaur spoke, when his wife shows up.
Yeah. Anyway, Ian, I guess
I'm here.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, what have you been up to, Ian?
Nothing really a whole lot. Just sitting around. Usually at the time, it's just like, hey, we're ready to do Retro Sentai. I'm like, cool, and I show back up for some odd reason, but no.
Oh man, yeah, it's been great.
I'm like Burai right now.
So we've actually got Ian in the other room this time. So we're gonna see how this works. If I'm too loud, I do think you might be able to hear me, but this should be a little better than me. Basically screaming, so Ian's mic over there can hear me. Well, yeah, Blackwing, yeah, you haven't even been there for all of that because these are the first episodes that we've been doing in the apartment. So yeah, it's been interesting. But yeah, Blackwing, you got quite a bit of catching up to do, I think. So
I mean, I'll just speak on the Dragon Ranger episodes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you talk about more personal stuff on Ranger. So
yeah, because
if you want to see what me and Blackwing are up to, go watch Retro Ranger.
I recommend you don't.
Great plug.
Yeah.
Great plug.
Yeah.
I recommend you don't. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so basically, I've been, getting back. I started working again, so that's hence why I haven't been around as much. But mainly since I wanted to be on the Dragon Ranger episodes, Corey took my place for that moment. But I love those episodes. I feel like those are one of the best episodes of Zyuranger. Also going into with these episodes today, because when I saw the lineup of episodes, I'm like, why are we doing 5 episodes today? We usually do 4 just to get through the season quick enough.
No, that's why we're doing 5. It's because we're trying to get through.
Yeah, trying to get through. I was wondering why we were doing 5 because the 5th one, in my opinion, didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it's kind of an epilogue,
Yeah,
it is, but it works. It works.
I planned these out ahead of time, so I already have this season and next planned out, and then another one. But I don't know if we're gonna do that anymore.
That's why you're the episode. That's why you're the episode planner and not me.
Yeah.
I just tell you which episodes are the multi-parters and which aren't.
I have 2, maybe even 3 seasons planned out already. So,
some of you can guess. Some of you already guess what the next one is, but after that, you probably won't be able to tell. But for the Dragon Ranger episodes, I just like those episodes so much because the debut of the first official Sixth Ranger in Sentai, the Zyurangers are getting their butts kicked.
Yeah.
He gets his own Zord. But it's not like Burai was brainwashed or anything. He just had a lot of hatred in his heart. And I always find the final episode of the arc where it's just him and Geki fighting each other with sword to sword. I found that choreography just good to just.
I think the choreography was good. I think the story was kind of lame behind it. It's just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna randomly make up now. You know, but
Yeah.
but if you want to see our full thoughts on that, go ahead and check out the episode the full episode with the Dragon Ranger arc. We covered all 6 episodes. I think you know, Ian and I, we didn't really like it as much as probably you, Blackwing.
That's fair.
You know,
That's
we
fair.
had
I
quite a
can
few
yeah.
issues, but
I can understand
yeah.
how. I mean, it does get settled too. The dust clears a little too quickly,
yeah.
especially
and they're like best friends, you know. So
especially with how Daizyujin is just like, okay, Geki, now kill Burai. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
yeah.
And in this batch, like it's just like, okay, now it's a bit more confusing because something
Yeah,
happened.
Daizyujin
Yeah.
is not the best.
It's not great.
Let's just say Daizyujin is not the best of things. I don't like. Okay, I find sentient Megazords that like to basically be like the god type of characters cool, but not to like a certain standard as like Daizyujin.
I think
Right.
it was definitely perfected in Go-Onger. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke.
Okay.
I can see the disgust on his face.
I knew it was in the tone of his voice. It was in the tone of his voice.
And like there for a second, like Blackwing, like you literally just like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, I think Go-Onger. I haven't fully watched Go-Onger, but I do find Go-Onger to be like a guilty pleasure. I kind of have good nostalgia for Go-Onger as well because I watched it whenever I was like younger. So
never have it took me so long just to finish a whole season of Sentai for a whole year. It took me a whole year just to try to finish that, and plus I was also watching other Sentai seasons and on the back end.
Dude. Right now, to kind of cleanse my Super Sentai palette, you know, I'm obviously watching Zyuranger for the show, but I'm also watching Kyōryū to watch something I'm actually going to enjoy. So
I gotta rewatch. There's a lot of Sentais I gotta rewatch. It's like so many, too many to even.
I'm just watching it because Jetman was the first one I watched in full. So I mean, I've watched I've watched some of Go-Onger, I've watched some of Tokyuger, I've watched some of Zyuranger, some of Go Buster, and I think that might be it. But yeah, and so yeah, I'm just trying to kind of like open the doors wide open because I'm kind of at the point to where I'm kind of I'm not over Power Rangers at all, but it's like I'm over like I gotta go watch through all of these. The
same formulas over and over again. Right. I get it. Trust me, I get it.
So with Super Sentai, I still have that. I still have that Power Rangers thing, but it's different. And so that's kind of what I'm enjoying about it right now.
Oh, definitely, man. Because trust me, like when Ninja Steel was airing, I was at the point in time I just feel like, yo, I was like,
yeah, but then Beast Morphers came on, and I was like, thank you. You know,
trust me, when like Ninja Steel and then Super Ninja Steel was airing, I'm just like, yo.
I mean,
is it wrong if I'm just gonna stick to just watching Super Sentai and Kamen Rider for the rest of my life? I'm like, and then people would like, no, that's fine. I'm like, okay.
And then Beast Morphers came out, and compared to Super Ninja Steel, it was the best season ever made. Like it was like, and it's not the best season ever made. But compared to the freaking Super Ninja Steel, oh my god, it was such a breath of fresh air.
It was a step in the right direction, even though it did have some questionable moments.
No, it had issues. It wasn't perfect by any means. In fact, I'm one of the rare people who actually like season 2 better than season 1. I think they did a better job overall connecting the storylines together in season 2. But yeah, I loved both seasons of Beast Morphers. It was awesome. But yeah, so we're here to talk about Zyuranger though. Unfortunately, and actually no, I actually did enjoy these episodes. Oddly, you know.
Yeah.
I think this is our first like okay, this is a good batch of episodes. And they're all pretty much story-based episodes, so that's pretty neat.
Fully connected. Like this feels like
it was like a 4-parter. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, a 4-parter that could definitely sell as like a movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This should have been one of those that you like. They used to do it like all the time whenever they would just release an episode in the theaters. They should have done that with this. I think that would have been pretty cool. But
usually with Sentai movies, they're like the equivalent of an episode. So,
yeah, which is
but this
weird.
this is an arc. So
Yeah, I guess
it
so.
works.
Yeah, but anyway, Blackwing, since you've been gone for so long, you wanna start us off?
Okay, so
The triumphant return.
yeah, yes. So Dan decides to start working in a ramen shop
That's
of
hilarious.
all things. And of course, if you guys know, I hate Dan. I really hate Dan. I do not like him.
He's one of the weaker characters. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
no, not he's really one of the weakest characters in the show. I was gonna say he's the
Hold on.
worst, but
Hold on. Real question. A quick question before you start. Jetman Dan or Zyuranger Dan? Who's better?
I want to say Birdman Dan because he dies.
Yes, that is such a great answer. That is the correct answer right there. That is.
That's why I was bursting. Oh my god. I just had to think about it for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that was perfect. Right, that was genius.
Oh my god.
Greatest question.
Dude,
Greatest
man.
question ever.
I still find it hilarious. Like, obviously, that moment was absolutely hilarious. Like I had like I knew I was probably gonna get an interesting answer from you, but that was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I just find it still hilarious that dude literally played Dan, and then he played Dan again, but a different Dan in the next season. Like that is.
Yeah.
That is just like what, like he couldn't think of anything different, like, and it's such a common, like Dan, like you could have thought of like a million other names. He just played a character named Dan, but
like basic names such as Dan.
anyway.
Hello, my name is Dan.
Yeah, right. Oh man. All right, so back into the episode.
So yeah, so Bandora comes up with this plan, to create, to create monsters from a different form of clay, because the original form of clay that they were using, it wasn't, I guess, strong enough. So they found this batch of clay that was deep underground, and she already created her first monster called DoraMonsters, or I guess, basically a Frankenstein monster. And she uses this clay. This is what's going to be used she's going to be using to make monsters from now on. And that's also what she's been using with the golem soldiers. So
these are
the kid
these,
tries.
Sorry to interrupt. Just real quick question. Are these the super putties from Mighty Morphin now? Or oh, okay, that's later still.
Oh, you mean like the Z?
No,
like
not
Z
the
putty?
Z putties. There's another called the super putties. I'm pretty sure. Let me
I
look.
guess these might actually be the super putty. I could be wrong.
Look.
But yeah, double check to be sure. Because when you said super putties, like super putties, don't you mean like the Z putties?
No, yeah, because the Z putties are different. The super putties are season 1. Yeah, because they first appeared in Go-Ho. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, so these are super putties. Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, so new batch of golem soldiers, new batch of monsters using different forms of clay. The Zyurangers actually start trying to have jobs.
Goshi's working as hilarious. Like I've never
Goshi's working at.
Sorry, go.
No, you're good. Goshi's working as a crossing guard. Boy's working as a delivery man, and May's working in a fast food restaurant. It's just seeing the Zyurangers actually in like real world situations is just ridiculous.
I think in this sense it's funny, but this is an ongoing issue I have with this season, to where these are ancient, humans who have been in sleep for tens of thousands of years, and then they just go out upon the world and just act like everything is normal. They don't have to adjust, they don't have to do everything. They know every kid by their first name,
which is ridiculous.
I mean, And then I was watching some episodes of Mighty Morphin while I was working, and it was the Eye Guy episode, and they, instead of it just being some random kid, it's Billy's cousin. It makes sense why they know him personally. They actually have a reason for these kids to be relevant to the story. And I think that's something that Mighty Morphin does a lot better. And the Rangers themselves are kids within the community, so it makes sense to know everybody and know what's going on. But the Zyurangers are people who have been asleep for 10,000 years, and they're just thrown into society, and everything's normal. I hate that.
And every kid knows them, and then every time they morph, I'm like, oh, you're Zyurangers. I'm like, oh, great, here we go.
Yeah. Right.
But anyways, so as the Zyurangers are fighting off DoraMonsters, he grows bigger. They summon Daizyujin, and they try to fight him off, but it doesn't work. And I believe if I'm like in this episode. Oh wait, yeah, they try calling Burai, and Burai doesn't show up.
Yeah, Bryce doesn't pick up.
Burai doesn't pick up the phone, and as soon as they keep getting their butts kicked, and I think that's how the first episode ends. Or because I know there was a point where the Zords break off and they start running. Oh wait, that's the next. That's part
somewhere,
2.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that's part 2. But yeah, that's just,
they all kind of blend together. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's just part.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So we're kind of, why did I get that notification? Anyway, but yeah, we're kind of. It was like, where's Burai? Like we don't know what's going on. So Ian, do you want to take us into part 2?
Part 2. That is. Let me get it here. Episode 29. A mystery. The attacking beast night god. Wow.
I do say this. Zyuranger does have good titles.
They do. It is a good title.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Geki is yelling for Burai for help. And so then, I'm trying to think here, because I'm trying to...
well, this is the one where the Frankenstein monster gets, like, the upgrade, right?
Yeah. He gets like defeated.
Yeah, this is the one where he gets defeated, he breaks off and becomes,
zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie Frankie.
Zombie Frankie. I'm pretty sure this was also the episode where they get the new blasters, the Thunder Slingers. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
and then Burai comes back.
Yes, Burai comes back, and him and Geki go up to the top of this mountain, whatever, and have to run away from. Gosh, what the heck is it? I know it's
King Brachion.
Thank you. King Brachion.
Did you want to call it Titanus just to make it easier?
Yeah, I was like,
that's what I'm gonna call it. That's what
I almost said Titanus. I was like, that's not Titanus. That's Mighty Morphin. But plays it out like wasn't Mighty Morphin that
this
Geki
is basically like the exact same, right? As
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's just different plot lines.
Yeah.
Correct. And so they get the Thunder Slingers, they defeat the new putties, and then they go back and form Kyōryū and Dragon Caesar comes up, and then they strike DoraMonsters, and then it turns into like a zombie, and Bandora calls it immortal, and that's basically the end of the episode. Really,
I find it funny because I was looking at the notes for the episode because this monster does appear in MMPR. It's just that when the Frankenstein monster is destroyed and how he gets turned into like zombie Frankie, they said they didn't want to use that in MMPR because they thought his transformation was too horrific.
Yeah, that was pretty graphic. Yeah.
I could see it was pretty graphic, but I was surprised I actually ended up still using that monster form anyway.
Yeah.
Because it still looks kind of...
They use all of it, okay?
Yeah, they do.
Like they had to get Toei to make new footage for them. So So
Yeah,
yeah, well, Zyuranger is 50 episodes, and MMPR season 1 is 60. So
yes,
but
but yeah,
yeah,
I could definitely but it definitely did work though. It definitely did work though. So yeah, Zombie
so
Frankie becomes
yeah. So moving on to part 3, which is Satan Comes, and I would like to preface that comes is spelled Comes.
thank you, because some people like to take it the wrong way.
I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Um,
Just like let me just making sure that's come is spelled Comes, not the other
so
other.
just saying,
Oh,
just letting
some
y'all
people.
know, um,
Oh
just in
gosh.
case anybody got the wrong idea. Um, so basically, in this episode, Bandora is trying to use this super elaborate, really like it's the most difficult dark magic spell to cast that will basically revive Satan or Great Satan. I think is the English translation.
Yes, yes.
Great Satan.
Yeah, and so uh, the Bandora gang is like, what's going on? I almost said Rita. Bandora, like you're worrying us. And then she's like, I'm not in a spell. And then she's like, do not interrupt me. I'm trying to revive Satan or something. And then her,
Like, do not
yeah,
interrupt me. If I
yeah,
if I mess up 1 inch,
yeah,
I will die.
yeah. Which, by the way, she's already stopped the spell to yell at them. So,
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, right. Anyway, then her eyes start bleeding. Blah blah blah. Her eyes literally, her blood literally starts coming out of her eyes. And then this pillar shows up. In Does it take place in Tokyo? I don't know. But and these kids are being kidnapped. Is this the one with the weird faucet thing that sucks?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're being sucked into like mirrors, into like
Yeah.
anything reflective, and then
Yeah, anything reflective.
Yeah.
Now,
somebody's taking a page out of the Byram's playbook.
yeah.
Right.
I would like to point out that one of the kidnappers who got the glass of water, I will mention it in episode 32, but I'm pretty sure that exact same person comes back in episode 32. So
As a different person?
no, I mean like literally like almost the exact same scenario happens in 32.
So basically, Bandora is kidnapping all these kids because it's a part of her scheme to revive Satan. Which, by the way, is such a once again, Zyuranger it's such a specific plan. So here, let me. I have to read this because there's no
ahead.
way
Go ahead.
I could possibly remember this. So long ago, Satan was defeated by God, which it's still unclear if God is Daizyujin or if God is God. Like the rules in Zyuranger make no sense. But
they were really going ways that shows would never go.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be a kid's show.
Right. Yeah. So.
But hey, different Japan's demographic and Americans' demographic are two different demographics.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, long ago Satan was defeated by God, but escaped into hell, and this spell was the way to resurrect it by the card, the Tower of Satan, and 13 10-year-old children standing within 1 kilometer to be sacrificed. What the hell is that? Like what? Like what kind of?
Once I saw the kids stuck in the pillar, I'm just like, okay, I forgot about, because I forgot all about the whole doomsday stuff that happens in this season, and I'm just like I remember Zyuranger being oh my god. Because I really forgot all about this batch of episodes. Like I really forgot about this.
But it's just so specific. I mean, you have to have the card. You have to have the Tower of Satan. You have to have the 13 10-year-old children, and then they all have to be within 1 kilometer of each other. Like, does it really need to be that complicated? Like, like what is the point of all that? Like that is just insane. By the way, sorry, I've kind of neglected the chat this whole time. Donnie Pearson's in the chat, saying welcome to everybody. Welcome to you, Donnie Pearson. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. And then he says, "Happy National Comic Book Day." I did not know it was National Comic Book Day today. So yeah, happy National Comic Book Day to everyone. Yeah. So eventually, Bandora continues her Satan ritual, and the Zyurangers are looking for the final child. The final child is trapped or captured, and then thus completing the 13th sacrifice, and then the skies darken, and then Great Satan appears, and it gives some sort of power to Zombie Frankie, which makes him like super powerful.
And he becomes SatanFranken.
Yes, right, yeah. Then he becomes Satan Frankie, and then oh yeah. So then they summon Godhorn to the giant. But then it gets vaporized, and then they throw it at Satan.
Yeah,
and
to
then,
try
and
and
then
stop
it gets
it.
vaporized, and then Zombie Frankie becomes Satan Frankie, and then it blows Daizyujin down, and then the children are still trapped in the pillar, and then that's pretty much it for the episode.
Yep. I find it funny how the Zyurangers, Daizyujin is like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw the sword at Great Satan, and and it's just so, like, the head is just so properly tuned to just multitask. Like, he's powering up Zombie Frankie, and he just eye beams the sword at the same time. I'm just like, I see you.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, they use Satan a lot more here than they use Lokar in Mighty Morphin, right? Because I barely remember Lokar at all in Mighty Morphin.
I remembered him just showing up in that Doomsday episode, and then he just gets destroyed by the Ultrazord, and that's it.
And then he was also in another two-parter before that. He was in Island of Illusion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
So I think he was in 4 episodes, maybe, which actually is about the same as Zyuranger, but he was used a lot less, if that makes sense, in those 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Jintaros is in the chat. Oh yeah, I remember these episodes when the Shout DVD came out, and this is indeed a strange batch of episodes. Yeah, I think it makes a little more sense than the Dragon Ranger arc, but I definitely agree. Like, some of the rules in this just make absolutely no sense at all. Do we want to go ahead and part 4, Blackwing?
Yeah, I'll take part 4. So, if I'm mistaken, in the beginning of the episode, like, they summon Dragon Caesar. Did Dragon Caesar and Daizyujin, because I know they get covered in foam in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were covered in foam in this episode.
Yes.
Because I thought it was at the end of part 3 they got covered in foam. So okay, so yeah, Dragon Caesar and Daizyujin get covered in foam, and they're about to be destroyed, and so he teleports the Zyurangers in the room where Burai basically resides in. His secret is now finally revealed. I'm like, they're like, what is this place? I'm like, oh no.
This is my crib. This is my crib. You know, which is funny.
Guys, welcome back to.
Yeah, because there was a moment in part 2, I believe, where Geki's just like, why don't you come live with us, Burai? Like, he's like crying.
Yeah, and Burai's like, don't worry about it. I'm still gonna be here.
Yeah.
And like, somehow.
No, I think he just kind of looks at him and he's like, yeah, okay.
He brushes it off.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He just walks away.
Like, all right, let's go.
Oh man, yeah.
He's like, I'm not answering that question. I don't want you to suffer any more than you have to do right now. All right.
Yeah.
And
even though he wanted to kill him like a few weeks ago, but anyway.
Yes. And what was the name of the little ghost that's in that room? Clotho? Is that the name?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Clotho.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's Clotho.
I'm surprised I remember that name. Why do I remember the name?
I don't know, but I wasn't gonna know it either. And then you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So unless we're all remembering it wrong the exact same way. So.
But yeah, anyway, so Clotho tells the Zyurangers, like, oh, this is the room that Burai has to reside in because every time he leaves, that candle right there burns out faster. And when it burns out, he dies. So now Geki knows Burai's secret on why he only comes when he's being called and disappears every time they save the day.
Which is why Tommy fought a lot of putties.
Yes, that too. Tommy, we need your help.
I'll be there in a minute.
Oh man, it makes perfect sense now. So,
oh, man.
So yeah, basically they also this gas is being spread across the city and a lot of people are getting sick, even the children, and so they get teleported to a certain area like this in this forest. May and Boy bring the kids in to keep them safe, while Lammy Gryffindor shows up to try to stop the.
Real quick, no, yeah. So I want to say Lammy and Gryffindor don't just show up. Boy walks up to the door, and then Gryffindor goes boom, and then sends him flying. I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
just imagine if this was like an animated action TV show, it would just be like a knock at the door, like I'm like, I'll get that.
Yeah, right? Like Boy opens the door, and then Gryffindor just goes whack. Oh man!
Oh my god! So you have Boy bringing in the children for safety. You have May watching over the kids. Geki's trying to figure out a way to solve this situation, and also Boy's trying to go look. He actually goes out and looks for a doctor.
Yeah.
While Dan, Goshi, and Burai are fighting off Gryffindor, Lammy, and some Golem soldiers. And then once that's going on, they get teleported. All 6 of them get teleported again to just this shrine of where they had to put their coins on. I'm just like, they were just fighting. They were just watching over kids at the moment. And it's like,
Blackwing, I have a Josh question for you. Okay.
Oh boy.
But it's Zyuranger.
Oh no.
So it's Zyuranger, so it's okay. So why? So it's like the Legend of the 5 Warriors, right? Why are there 6 coins? Like, I understand Burai's a part of the team now and the Dragon Ranger, but why now is it 6?
I think I might have a point that they expressed it in this episode. So Burai is supposed to be dead because he died in the ice age.
Oh yeah, they did.
Clotho
does explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And Clotho and Daizyujin asked Clotho to bring him back to life, and that's why Burai has a limited time.
Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, that's right, but that doesn't make any sense because Daizyujin was telling Geki that he has to kill Burai, but then that would have messed up all of this.
That's what I wanted to say earlier! That's why! I was talking about this earlier, whenever he was talking about the Dragon arc, about him wanting to kill Burai. Like, it makes no sense!
This season blows. I miss Jetman so much.
I can't wait to get to Zyuranger already. Oh my god.
Please.
Get the Zyuranger.
Oh, we're almost there. Just like what? How many weeks? What? 3 more weeks of this mess?
It's sometime in October, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But so they get teleported to the shrine, and there's a slot for each of their coins, and each of them has to put their coins, and that's basically cures Daizyujin and allows them to form the ultimate combination. So each of them represents something. May represents love, which makes sense. Boy represents hope, which definitely makes sense. Dan, for some reason, represents courage. I don't know how.
Yeah, that one was a little.
Yeah, that one was a little.
Well, for Goshi, knowledge kind of threw me off, but then in the next episode, it's like, okay, that fits. Yeah.
It definitely makes sense why he is the knowledgeable. Yeah. He's always the one doing the research in their lair.
Right. And then I love how Geki's like, I'm the leader, so I guess I'm Justice? Yeah. Yeah, he like just makes it up. He's just like, what?
And Burai represents power. I mean, like, that does make. I mean, he did whip this entire team, so it makes sense how Burai would represent power, and Geki represents justice.
Real quick,
like,
to catch up with the chat, Donnie Pearson says a word I can't pronounce.
Gesundheit.
Is that tight?
Oh, he said Gesundheit.
Yeah.
He said Gesundheit because I was sneezing.
Oh, is that bless you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's bless you in German.
Oh, in German.
I'm
Oh.
pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yes. You know when people when
I
you
don't
sneeze.
speak
You know
German. I don't speak.
I don't, but I know what.
when
Okay.
some people when they orc they say Gesundheit and they don't really. It's just
Yeah,
okay.
Like
It's
I
hurt.
even say Gesundheit to you whenever somebody sees. Like I always say Gesundheit.
I guess I missed out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jintaro says you're gonna enjoy Zyuranger so much better than this. I agree. And Donnie Pearson says a quarter year more till Christmas. Yes. I'm looking forward to the holidays. And then real quick, also Jintaro says Dan being the warrior of courage is explained more in a future filler episode. So sure. I mean, because I guess I can accept that because I didn't really see Goshi as the knowledgeable one, but then in the next episode it's just like, okay, that was smart.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense. So all right, let's
But yeah, with Dan being the person of courage, where I just feel like he's been doing nothing but stupidity,
Yeah, right.
stupid things the entire
Yeah.
season. I'm just like, how is this guy qualified as a
He's
warrior?
really
of courage?
caused more problems than arguably even the villains. Like in his focus episodes, like
remember the earlier episodes when he grabbed the sword of darkness or
Yeah.
whatever sword that was?
yeah, and then he
It's
went,
just
Yes.
I'm just like, you want to call him a warrior of courage? He's done stupidness for a while.
Oh man.
But yeah, so yeah, each of them put their coins in. They represent a certain quality of themselves, and that cleanses Daizyujin and Dragon Caesar, and they form a new form. You know, with Dragon Caesar being like the shoulder pads and I guess a crown
Yeah,
piece.
I don't want to figure out how to say it either. So.
Yeah, me neither. And of course,
I think
all
it's-
six
I
of
think
them
it's-
are in the cockpit, which is
Yeah, that's
rare.
cool. That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. I like that.
It's nice to see all six of them in the cockpit.
Yeah.
So they destroy whatchamacallit, SatanFranken with that attack. I don't know what kind of I call it like a big bang attack because that's basically not even a Kamehameha, just a big bang attack because that's kind of what it was. And after that, they summon King Brachion. They form as we call it over here, the Ultrazord, but in here it's called Ultimate Daizyujin. So I guess technically not the first Ultrazord because there are some Ultrazords in Sentai that do come before this. But
Really?
yes,
I actually did not know that. I mean, I knew this wasn't the first time that we had multiple mecha, obviously because Jetman had 3. But they never combined all 3, right?
Yeah, not like
Did they never combine Icarus and Garuda?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought they did, but I couldn't really remember. Okay, yeah.
I forgot the name. I just forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. So.
But yeah, so yeah, they destroy Great Satan. I'm pretty sure he'll be back. We'll see. He'll probably be back.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be. Actually, the narrator at the end says he'll be back. So, which is like kind of like spoiler, like you know.
He's not dead.
Foreshadowing, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
that's kind of a spoiler, dude. But whatever, like.
Yeah, the Daizyujin, Bandora is just like so upset that her plan failed. Okay. Here's what I always find odd. For some reason in Sentai, there's always those those like end of the world scenario kind of plot arcs that happen, and you would think they would save those for the very end for like the finale arc, but no, because we got to build up to like a special mech that has to take down this powerful foe, and then we get to the final arc where they have to face the main boss.
I was just about to say that they did that. Well, I was like, well, they did that in Mighty Morphin though, but then I remembered, no, wait, they didn't because that was supposed to be the finale, but then they ordered an additional 20 episodes. So,
yes.
so then, because then in that case, I'm pretty sure the finale of Mighty Morphin was just a filler episode.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Tommy wasn't there. He was just. That was around the time his powers were gone.
Well, I think he had just gotten them back.
Not yet. He didn't just get them back. He was
because at the beginning of season 2, he already had his powers.
Oh yeah, he did. Because I'm saying in Doomsday. Because remember when they had that
Doomsday? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I should have been more specific.
I thought you meant episode 60. Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh no, no. Oh, you mean? Oh, we all know what he was doing during Oyster Stew. We all know he had his powers.
Dude, yeah, I forgot that was the episode. I love that episode. Oh my
That's
gosh.
a weird episode to end the season
Yeah,
on.
I know. That's such a great episode. And then, well, yeah, I was about to say the Dragon Shield Zack was American exclusive, right? But then I remembered, yeah, obviously because that was Zhu 1.5 at that time, I believe.
Yeah, it was like Zoo 2 footage
Yeah, because
that they just.
they had Zyuranger obviously, and then they had Zhu 1.5, which is which is like the season 1 stuff that they just kind of reused the season 1 monsters, and then they had Zhu 2, which had the Mighty Morphin suits, and then the like I think some of the White Ranger, and then the Die Ranger villains. so
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that's how it works. I don't know. I might be wrong. That is a whole confusing mess.
Look, we all know how crazy the behind the scenes stuff was for MMPR.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Very
season
crazy.
3 is even more because then they had the ninja suits, but all of those were American. So that was like an American exclusive team. So but then it was kind of like a Megaforce thing where they switched back and forth.
Yeah.
But
You should have just went full on Kaku Ranger, just brought the alien
I
rangers
think they
in
should
from
have
the
just done full on ninja suits. Like,
I mean, I didn't like
understand
those
why. Oh, well, no, I love them. Those are my.
I mean,
those,
they had to use it because the movie came
Yeah.
out at that time, so it was like, all right, we use them in the
I
show. Let's
love
bring
those
them.
suits. Those are some of my favorite suits.
I'm talking about the ones that cover the face. Those
yeah,
are terrible.
I know.
Yeah.
I think. Well, okay. The movie suits are better, but I still like the TV suits.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I'll give you that. Oh right. We have another episode. So
We still got one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ian, do you want to take this last one?
Yeah, episode 13, Geki slash your tears. So this episode starts off kind of ominous. It starts in a forest where Geki is looking for Burai while he's hearing the flute. He finally finds him, like, sitting by a tree. And then all of a sudden it switches to, like, a black background. It's, like, smoke everywhere. And he's, like, in a trap. And he's getting attacked by golems, and he's like, "Brother, help me!" And so Burai comes out, and then all of a sudden, all the golems have green candles, and they all blow them out as Burai is screaming. All of a sudden, Geki wakes up, and it's all a dream, and he's like, "I gotta find something to help save my brother, because this has been the whole point, Ever since that last episode, he's like, I gotta be with my brother at all times. I gotta save him now, because I've already gotten back to him and now he's lost him." And so then it goes to what I mentioned in episode 29, where literally at night a girl gets up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, but this time instead of getting the water, nothing comes out of it. Instead, a vine grabs her and takes her, like life force or whatever. So the difference between this one and 29 is the girl actually gets the water, but then gets trapped, gets captured by Bandora. So I'm like, and then I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the third time that we've seen this specific scene, just in the middle of the night. Somebody's getting a glass of water, and it's like something happens. So I'm like, okay, this is really weird. That's happened. So then Zyurangers see a female get captured, and so then they follow the roots, and then I believe I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to get this right. Yeah, because the monster is Dora Narcissus.
Yeah, and it was like the plant that could bring life.
Yeah.
But even though like the rules on that are confusing as well. Like
right.
So
I know it comes at a cost, because I know it's not bringing everything to life. It's probably just making it.
Well, yeah, there's got to be a catch. Like
yeah,
right.
Like
so, like they said, it brings flowers to life, and so the five Zyurangers go and actually, they're like, it's perfect, we can destroy it now. And Geki's getting ready to destroy it, but Bandora's like, it can bring back life, and shows like a flower coming back to life and all that on it. But there's a chance, but there is a risk, and everybody's like, especially Ghost, she's like yelling at Geki like, "Hey, do it!" And like Geki freezes up, and Den's like, "I've had enough of this," and tries to do it. And so he tries to attack it, but then Geki catches the blade, and now his hands are bleeding, and he goes down on his knees and all that, and everybody's just like, "What in the world are you doing? Like, free shot, and you're not doing it." Yeah. And so then Geki leaves.
I thought it was one of those deals where Geki couldn't do it, and then Dan went to do it.
Yeah,
Dan went to do it, and then Geki just like stopped and like, "No, don't do it."
Okay.
He was like, "I'm still thinking."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
And so then it transforms from the plant into the monster, and then leaves off. Or I think he finds. He finds Geki as he's like running away, and so they have the fight, and Geki just doesn't know what to do, and he's down on the count, and all of a sudden this mysterious figure shows up saying, "Hey, I want to finish off Geki," and it's don't know where he came from, don't know what in the world, and so he then starts attacking Geki, and them two have the fight, and of course the DoraMonsters like, "No, I want a piece of this action," and it's like, "No, it's only me," and all of a sudden they think he slashes the Dino Buckler off of Geki, and then they have kind of no more fight, and now Geki is now on the ropes, and of course the Dora Narcissus is had enough. He's like, "You're too slow. I want to do it now," and the Knight's like, "No, I want to do this." And so, and then I believe the Narcissus takes some of the life of the Knight, and then, of course, the Geki and the Knight are still battling, and now Geki is like on his knees. He's telling him like he doesn't care about the battle. He only cares about his brother. And for that, he'll like send him to the darkness, and then Geki comes back.
Kind of like a Ryu moment from Jetman, where he's kind of going a little crazy. Not as crazy as Ryu went, but he's definitely misguided here.
Yes.
I don't know why they do that to these Reds. I don't know why. Some of these Reds go through that. It's just like, why do you put the Reds in these kind of situations?
I don't like this. 90s thing.
It is. It really is. It really is.
So
like you don't see Kenta from Mega Ranger going through this kind of mess. Like really.
Anyways, Geki comes back and he's like, "No, my true happiness is saving Bandora and saving my brother." And he kicks down the Knight and he slashes, and it makes the armor fall off, and it reveals it was Goshi.
I knew
all along in the night.
I did.
Which I knew.
I knew it. I was like, watch that be Goshi. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
The voice was similar.
So I knew it was Goshi. I can't tell the difference. I'm not adept enough at Japanese or whatever to tell who's talking unless their mouths are moving. So,
I only knew that because of his actions. We were like, okay, I gotta do something.
So I was shocked whenever Geki goes to slash him and then the mask comes off, and it was like, holy sh! Now that's the intelligent one right there. That makes sense.
Yeah. And it was smart.
That was so smart. I mean, I guess he got hurt pretty bad, but still. I mean, it got him, got Geki to go to his senses or whatever.
Snap out of it.
Yeah.
And get serious.
Yeah.
Right. And so then the Narcissus grows giant, and so then Daizyujin comes in, and the four with Ghosh now kind of on the sideline in the cockpit. They attack the DoraMonster, and I think, and Ghost finally wakes up, because he passed out from all the energy, and he's like, okay, his weakness, which of course he's the one with knowledge. He says that his weakness, the Door Monster's weakness, is mirrors and an obsession in ruining those he considers more beautiful than himself. And so Geki then sends, the sword, and then they move and shows Dora and Narcissus, like he sees his reflection in the mirror in a building, like, and so he's like admiring it, and then they slash him down, and basically that was the end of the episode.
So what do you guys think about this kind of epilogue episode to the
What
fourth quarter?
I want to say that because of this episode, I want to give like my brief, opinions on the characters as they are to this point.
Sure, yeah.
Mainly ones I like and dislike. Of course, I know I already mentioned how much I dislike Dan. I feel like May, she's just the girl on the team, and she gets nothing to do.
Which is unfortunate because last season did so well with Kyōryū.
Yeah.
Like even Akko, like we were complaining that Akko didn't get enough development by the end of Jetman. I think Akko has had more development than May right now.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the sad part. I feel like she's just there, like, okay, stay here. You're here to be with us, but your job is just to look pretty. I'm like, oh, I'm just like, yeah, she just has she really has nothing to do. As far as like characters I like, of course, Goshi for sure, because I feel like
and the funny thing is well, I guess not funny, but I didn't really care at all about Goshi before these episodes. Like Goshi really shines in these episodes because before he didn't really do anything. And these episodes, like it's like the knowledgeable one. What the heck are you talking about? And then seeing him in this episode actually use that knowledge, like I thought that was so cool. Like these 5 episodes just like definitely bumped up Goshi's character a couple notches for me.
Yeah, and mainly because Goshi is a character. I mean, like you said, I didn't really care for him that much. But I mean, even in my first rewatch, but as I go through my second rewatch, I'm like, Goshi is actually one of the best characters in the show.
Honestly, he probably is the best. In my
opinion.
Is.
He is.
And I didn't even like him before. And I, like.
Boy, it's very 50-50. I'm very 50-50 on Boy. Like,
yeah.
Like one moment he can be doing something incredibly great, and next moment he can be doing something incredibly stupid. But Boy, I'm like right in the middle. Geki, he is not the best.
He is so
like
annoying.
I feel like
not as annoying as Dan, but he's pretty annoying.
No, it's just like he has this. He always keeps having this such a pity party for himself every single time. I'm just like, dude, suck it up and lead your team.
Yeah, right.
Get over it. Just like I know because I know he has this, because like even during the Dragon Ranger arc with the reveal, like, yo, Geki, Burai is your brother. I'm like, I have a brother? Like, I didn't know. And then like, oh, Geki,
I can't do it.
It was like, Geki, you have to kill your brother. Like, but I can't kill my brother. He's the only brother I've ever known. And
I can't.
Like,
besides the point that plot point now makes no sense. But yeah.
Yeah. And now to the point of like like, oh, Geki, I may be dying soon. I'm like, what? But we just only reunited with each other. I'm just like, he has all these problems coming at him, but he's just stuck with just dealing with these problems and just not focusing with the task at hand. Yeah. Like he played like, the moments where they're in the lair, they're just being casual. He acts casual, but of course when you see him all alone by himself, he still has those problems lingering in his head. I'm just like, Geki, you got to move on from this. Yeah. Trust me, the Red Ranger next season is way better than this. Way better than this.
Yeah. And then Burai,
like Burai.
Yeah. Bryce's character just doesn't really make any sense to me. Like his
motives,
just shows up. His motives didn't make any sense. And then they have the whole thing where he's dying, and then it's just like I don't really know why they decided to do that either from a production standpoint. Like it's just like, I mean, why have this Sixth Ranger show up just to barely appear ever? Like why even bother? Like obviously it worked out, right? But I guess maybe they didn't know if it was gonna work out or not. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But it's such a weird character choice, and his whole introductory arc, it's just like his motives were just so all over the place. It's just like what, like who, like like, what is he actually fighting for here?
Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Right. And so I don't know. What do you guys think of the villains?
I mean, the villains. I say mediocre because you have Topat and Bookback doing most of the scheming. You have Bandora just basically putting up with everybody's nonsense, and of course, Puri Khan, the monster creator. I guess I feel
the thing. I forgot. I was like, wait a minute, who? And then I'm like, oh, yeah.
the Finster.
Yeah.
And of course, Gryffindor and Lammy. I feel
Dude,
like
those two are the best. Whenever Gryffindor gained the ability to talk, yeah, they became the two best villains for sure. Ian, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, they're the best.
I mean, like it's weird because Bandora, hates children, and so her main focus is, trying to get rid of children, and so usually she focuses a lot on that rather than Toadbat or Rookback looking more at adults. I would say,
yeah,
possibly. I would say that, and I think that's probably kind of an issue with these villains is they attract more to just children and not, looking at a broader standpoint, looking at all humans. But you said earlier, I mean, I think once Lammy was introduced and Gryffindor was able to talk, I felt like it built their characters up a bit more. I'm hoping to see something in the future for Toadbat and Lookback. Looking to see, just to see something. Like
Blackwing knows something.
I'm sorry.
Just a little bit of
development.
At least.
If you think you got anything for what's the MMPR counterparts? Squat and Squat. Yes. If you think Squat and Babu got anything, don't count. I'm gonna say don't hold your breath.
So far, I think Toadpat and Bookback get way more to do in this than they did in MMPR.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I mean already they have more development than Squat and Babu. So, but I think
the Squat Babu did
what was
nothing.
I just getting ready to say 2 seconds ago. I can't remember now, which kind of sucks. I know that eventually they are going to explain why Bandora only targets kids, and even then, I'm still just like,
yeah, like that's your main motivation for doing this.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. It's just Zyuranger is just all over the place, and
it's
half
not
the time,
the best.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Real quick, I do want to catch up with the chat because Jintaro's did actually kind of help out determining what Zhu2 is, and I looked this up as well. And yeah, it seems like this information is accurate. Zhu2 was 25 episodes of just fight footage using Zyuranger suits. And brand new monsters that they use for the rest of season 1 and part of season 2. I'm assuming that's up until the White Ranger.
Yeah,
and then I mentioned sorry to interrupt, but I mentioned a Zhu 1.5, and what that footage is just kind of the villains and the actress who plays Bandora and Rita voicing over her lines in English. And like just the mouth movement. So
yes, because she actually does say magic wand.
Yeah.
Make my monster. Like you can actually see her mouth.
I think Barbara Goodson is the person who voices Rita, so it matches her voice. So that's what Zhu 1.5 is. And then Jintaro's further explains. Then when they got to season 2, they had to replace all the Megazord footage with the Thunder Zords with the Die Ranger footage. So the Zords and the monster footage couldn't interact. So yeah, that makes sense. And then he mentioned something about Boy. From what I remember, Boy seems like the one reserved for being taken out by the monster every episode, so the rest can know what it can do. That's actually a really good assessment. I'm pretty sure that's actually pretty freaking accurate. I've never really noticed that, but yeah, I think that's pretty much true. He does seem like the one that's always being thrown around. Well, we mentioned it. We brought it up before. Whenever Gryffindor just like backhands him into the wall, So yeah. But yeah, I mean overall, I mean I definitely think this is a low-tier Sentai season so far, and I think it will continue to be such. I don't really have high hopes of it getting too much better. I think this was
I mean,
probably I think we're at the peak right now. So
yeah, this is as good as we're gonna get.
yeah, so which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, Ian, what are your thoughts of Zyuranger overall so far? And are you hopeful that it will get better?
A little bit. I think there's still a lot of stories that you can go around with each character to get a little bit more development. Kind of interested to see what will be a Burai from now until later on in the series. What will Geki be like from now until the end of the series? So,
and those are the only two that matter. Yes. So.
Right.
Yes.
True. I mean, like them specifically,
Yeah,
because of their
understand.
relationship.
I understand.
But
yeah.
but no, I'm interested. I'm not excited, but I'm interested to see what will happen here in the future.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I think that wraps up today's episode of the Retro Sentai Wrap-Up. Thank you all for tuning in. Donnie, especially Donnie Pearson and Jintaro's in the chat. Jintaro's, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before, so if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving us some of your insight. That was actually really helpful. So, yeah, we will be back, it should be next week, with 5 more episodes of Zyuranger. Like I said, get to Daizyuranger.
We're really trying to get out of the show, folks. We really don't like it.
And by the way, now definitively, I can officially announce that after Zyuranger, this show will be moving over to Facebook whenever we go to do Daizyuranger. So this Facebook will air exclusively on our Facebook page. So be sure to follow us just by searching Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors on Facebook, and then you'll be able to watch our reactions and stuff to Daizyuranger, as well as the future seasons that we cover down the line. So like I said, that will happen after Zyuranger's over, going into Daizyuranger. So please follow Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors on Facebook. I think I'll start putting that in the description. If it's not already, I'll have to check. So you guys can start following that. But yeah, thank you all.
Yeah, it's not in the description yet.
Okay, so I'll be sure to start adding that from now on. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. We got something for just about everybody. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once again. And remember, here at the Illuminerdi, we're always watching. Take care, everybody.
Peace out, fam.